Good morning, everyone, and I hope that so far your morning has been fabulous. So, welcome to our channel, Handmade by Ying with Donna, and today's date is February the 2nd. You know how I am with dates right now. Good morning, Teresa. I put in the chat, good morning, friends, and what a glorious day it is. It's hard to believe we're already at February the 2nd. Who's ready for a fabulous Sunday, either before your church service or after? It's going to be a great day. Diane Constance, good morning from Massachusetts. Tony Altman, good morning. Donna and Joe from Florida. Melanie Taylor, hello everyone. Patricia, good morning, good morning. Tony Altman, almost done with my log cabin blocks and they look great. I've got to get back at it and quilt it. That's going to be beautiful. Please make sure that you do share that in our Handmade by Ying's or the Ying Spin Pal page. That way we all get to see it. Good morning, Day. Hi, Donna and Joe. Looking forward to seeing how that singer sews. I'm telling you, I'm having fun already. Let me see. Looks like the groundhog saw his shadow. 6 more weeks of winter. Oh, you can keep it. You can keep it. I'm telling you. So, what am I going to do with him? I guess he is breakdancing with the machine today. I don't know. But I think he likes it. So anyway, let me give you a little bit of a rundown for those that don't know a lot about the model that I'll be sewing on today. It's new to me, but very, very old. It's going to be fun to play with, and I'm bringing you guys along for the journey. I'm working with a restoration gentleman. He found me the case for it, and it's being shipped to me, and then it'll be my dream to play with. Iriselle Lady, good morning, good morning. Joyce, good morning. Hey, Marty, you finally come out to play. Yes, he's going to be in and out today, I can guarantee you. Crossover, good morning. So anyway, let me tell you a little bit about this machine. And some of you know about them, some of you don't. And for me, it's new. As you know, it's an old machine. So this is the Singer 185 model. It's a portable sewing machine. This is the 185K portable sewing machine. The letter after the K denotes the manufacturer's location. And this little green machine was made in Kilbury, Scotland. Now, how cool is that? You can trace the serial numbers back to exactly where it was made. And I really liked that. Apparently, the 185 was an updated version of the tried and true 99 model. The first real portable sewing machine introduced in 1911. I guess manufacturing the 99 was nearly 50 years with no changes, so Singer thought it'd be a good idea to give it a little makeover. The 185s, I have lots here I've wrote up, were made from about 1958 to 63 and were available in a plastic carry case. The plastic cases didn't wear well, so over time they grew brittle and broke easy. But since 1985, a lot of people have migrated over to the wooden cases for them. My particular 185 was manufactured in 1958, and it was the 4th one off the assembly line for this model. When I picked it up, I really wasn't sure if it worked or not, but I was able to detail it and clean it. The hand crank turned, so I just plugged it in afterwards and learned how to thread it up, wind my bobbins. And Delia helped me find a YouTube that I was able to go in and see how to wind the bobbins. And I'm telling you what, it is a dream machine. I have not replaced the belt yet on her, but per the gentleman, Mr. Bob, that I am working with, he said, based on the pictures, the belt is fine. So you don't replace something unless you have issue. On the downside, it's got this cool little light back here. They no longer make the little lights that go inside of them. So I'm going to be, Mr. Bob's going to be looking and trying to snag up some used ones, because these are supposed to last forever, but sometimes they don't. I'd rather have one ready for if Joe needs to change out for me. Let me see. All of my stitches were good. I've sewed on it probably about 45 minutes so far total, and I've had no issues. The tension is a dream. I looked at a YouTube video on how to set up the tension, and it works amazing. It did come with a lot of accessories. It came with a walking foot, a patchwork foot, bobbin, seam guide, and extra parts to stash away in its little compartment. And one day I'll do a little short video on that to show you what all comes with this machine. But I'm really blessed that a friend showed me where to go and look up this machine and find her. And I'm telling you, I really, so far, am enjoying the ride with this one. It's been a blessing to us. Good morning, Judy Herberts. Let me see. Trying to see where I stopped. Shareasale lady, good morning, good morning. Paul is in the house. Good morning. Karen T, good morning. So I want to make sure that I am not missing anything. And now I can get back here. I have my phone set that if my moderators need to get hold of me, it will ping through for just them. So today's pattern is going to be the jewel. And for those that don't know or haven't seen, this is going to be the pattern, the first one that this machine and my hands is going to be working on. I like it that when the plate, it tells you it's got the 2, the 4, the 6, the 8, and the way it reads, it gives you that true 1/4 inch, and so on and so forth. So far I've learned I do need to use enders and leaders. So that's something new for me. I don't mind using them on my other machines, but I've only ever done it to streamline in the next quilt. Like if I'm working on one, I can, instead of breaking thread, I can just streamline and get through the process. So this morning I cut up a couple little red chunks that I'll be using for enders and leaders for this project. I've already went ahead and cut this out because I want to get this from start to finish up in the month of February, and this will be my Christmas project for February. My January one was this big snowflake with all the snow falling all around it. So I've kept my rule to myself, self-imposed, one Christmas project off my plate, and I'm working on number 2 now for Christmas 2025. If anybody wants to still play along with what we're doing with our shopping, if you've bought anything for your personal sewing fabric and things like that, and you want to play along, send me via email your total that you spent for January. We're going to do January through January, February, March, April, May, June. And I'll total up who spent the most, who spent the least, and there'll be 2 prizes for that. It's just a fun way for us to see, are we shopping our stash or are we shopping the deal? And it's just going to be fun. I will not give your totals unless you give me permission to give the grand totals. That's it. And it's just going to be a fun way. And then if that seems like it's going fun, we'll carry it out for the rest of the calendar year. No one really likes to look at what they're spending. But this year's challenge from me is let's shop from our stash as much as we can. I know I've already shopped, so I'm calling it out the way it is. Let me see. Kathy, good morning. A little late. Was earning partial blocks. Hope everyone's having a great day. Good morning, Kathy. Hi, Donna and Joe. Let me see. Dave's dropping the email. Great start on Christmas. So far, no purchases on material yet. Way to go, Tony. So far, I went ahead and worked because I'd really like to be able to work enough that I'd be able to do one block assembly today so that I would be able to show you where I'm at. And that's okay. I'm just going to go slow and we'll see if I can at least get to one block for this project done because there's a few blocks that I need to build out. So if I can get one block a week done, I'll be able to do the assembly a little bit later and we'll have fun with this one as it comes together. So let me move my book up. Okay, so now we're going to wait and see if I can see the chat here, and then we'll be able to get this going back again. Sorry for the inconvenience of the booting out. Our internet had went down, and now it's back up again. So when Joe gets the chat moved over here, I'll be able to see if anybody is able to come back on with us, and we'll go from there and get this party started. So give us just a second while we're setting back up. It may have come back. I'm not sure. There she is. Sorry, guys. Okay. Let's see if it jumps back in. Quick, down that coffee. Word of the day. Donna's back. Yeah, I didn't know we were back yet. She's going to try again. Yeah, she's back. Sun is not up. Run with Quilts. Hello, looky. There she is. Thank you guys for hanging with us. Our internet, something hiccuped and we had to reboot the whole system. Hi, Run with Quilts. Great name. I like that name. And she's back. We waited. Thank you guys for being so patient. Yeah, I thought Putin was going crazy. Good morning, peeps. Good morning, Debbie. Hi, Donna and everyone in the chat. Good things come to those who wait. God bless you. So anyway, back to where I was. Let me roll it back. I'm working on the Singer 1958 today. I'm working on the second section of this. We'll see how far I can get since we had to pop out for a second. Get the right foot. I have so many under the table, and we'll see how this puppy works for me. So anyway, excuse me. Hey, Heather. You guys are all so funny. Joe's like, I need my morning coffee now, so I hope it doesn't crash on you again. So he's going on down. Nanette, good morning. Good morning. It's good to see new faces here. I appreciate all of you, new and old alike. So, I don't know how many of you grew up sewing. I did not. So this is a pleasure to give a different way for me to sew and enjoy slowing down just a little bit and enjoying the journey. And so far, like I said, this has been fun. I went ahead and made my HSTs, have them squared down, and that way I would be able to just do assembly while I talk to you guys today. I wanted to make sure that I knew how to operate this machine. You would think that all you have to do is just hop on, push the button and go. No, you need to set things up the way that you wish them to work for you. And so far, like I said, the only problem I have is with the case. And a friend of mine helped me out this morning, and one has been ordered, and he is shipping it. So then I'll have my case, and it'll be pretty level for me, and then I can really bring her out and play a little bit. Go to church, we need prayer. We always need prayer, right? Richard went to church early to clear pathways for the ice, so I get a few extra minutes before I get to leave. Awesome. Richard's a good man for doing that. Absolutely, good man for doing that. I'm really liking the way that the stitches look on this, and it tells me that I've got everything set up the way that I've been instructed to. It is sewing beautiful with the Aurifil. I went ahead and loaded the bobbins, and with the same. Someone told us yesterday, I can't remember who, in our squirrel group, that if your machine does not have a way to tell you that you're running low on your bobbin, she said try to use a highlighter on about, I think she said 12, I think she said 1 or 2 yards of your string, of your thread, and then begin to wind your bobbin. That's going to let you know, kind of like register tape, when you're running out. So that's something you can do as well to just see, will that work or won't it work? So if anybody tries that, let me know. I think it'd be cool. I need to, for when I'm using this machine, I need to get one of those little thread stands that we can just sit and plop into cards. My service was nice today. The presentation of the Lord, amen to that. Joe's and mine was great too. Yes, this machine is green. My blue one is in the works of being restored. It got delayed, and I won't say how. But I'm teasing Day. But anyway, he's been in constant contact. It had to be put on the back burner. Life happens, and he is actively working on it now. So I'm still on target for March at some time to get that one. So will I be excited? You know it. And then that you'll get to see me sewing on that one as well. So how many of you in the chat, just give me a thumbs up or a heart and let me know. Do you like the vintage sewing machines? I know I'm spoiled right now with my Juki TL 2010Q. Day says, stop throwing me under the bus. I really was this morning. I was being funny. I was like, I see what I can do there. Absolute. So, yeah, I was being funny with Day. No, she took the guy. She knows a guy. Let me say this. She knows a guy. And he put her order ahead of mine, and I've been teasing her ever since. He didn't know that we're friends. So when I was messaging him back and forth yesterday, he was very apologetic for falling behind on mine. He said things happened and blah, blah, blah. And I said, Jim, my best friend, you've been working on her machines. He goes, and who would that be? And I told him, he goes, whoops, I forgot, the quilting world. Y'all know each other. It was so cute. I own several featherweights. Awesome. This year, Joe spoiled me, and he's got me several. So from time to time, I will pull them down. But I've learned the hard way, and don't ask me how I know this. If I start a project on a machine, I have to put a post-it note. Yes, post-it note on it so that I remember which machine I'm actually working on, because it's really important for me. If I'm working on one machine with one project, I want to keep that going. That way I'm not bouncing and doing all this. Good Lord, broken bones all over the place. Poor Day. No, it was too funny. He had no clue. Absolutely zero clue. And I started laughing, and he goes, just how do you know her? She's kind of like my BFF, you know. We sew together almost every day. So yeah, you put me on the back burner for her. So I'm doing the second, the third. I have the first one, the second one set up to do the assembly. Now I'm going to build the third one. This is a full strip, and then I'm going to piggyback it with the bottom. So I'll get one lined up, and then before I ever sew my first stitch, I'll just lay it down, open it up, and make sure that my angle matches what the pattern says that it needs to, because I see things a little differently. And it's just the way I need to do things, always double checking myself, and I'm okay with that. So when I lay them down like this, all I have to do is flip. Yes, they all seem to sew a little differently. Yes. So this one we've opted to name this one Sage for now. And Joe and I have talked, and we said we would let our subscribers name this one because it's cool, but I think it would be fun. I nicknamed it Sage just to be able to say, hey, I've got the green one. The blue one, I'm still looking for a name for that. And once we see it, we'll be able to name that one. I like the idea of naming them. Yes, sweetheart, Breeze. Our cable provider is still being nice. Check that undercarriage while you're under the bus. Yes. Janine.
What?
No, Dave thought I was throwing her under the bus. Not in a bad way, in a good way. No, I was talking to her about Mr. Bob. He put her order ahead of mine. I enjoyed sewing the jelly roll race with mine, but I think I'll enjoy it more now that I have the pre-wound bobbins. Yes. I believe it was Brenda that showed me where I can order the pre-wound bobbins for the machine because you get more sew time versus bobbin wind time. But this machine came with 6 or 8. I want to say, I believe 6 bobbins. So when I was winding them, I went ahead and just wound them all and put them in my Juki holder. Janine, I closed my eyes so I wouldn't see myself getting squished. Oh, day. You're good, baby girl. You're really good. It's always fun. I can't wait to get out there and watch you play with yours. She has 3 beautiful, and I'm talking beautiful, vintage sewing machines she's acquired in 2024. And Day, you'll have to say then what year and make. She has one she calls Red Eye or something. And oh man, my next one, if I buy another one, I really, really want to have a treadle machine. I just think that would be cool. And I want it to work. Yeah, I think that would be fun. Trying to get that rhythm going. I just think it would be cool. Will I use it every day? Absolutely not. I know I won't. Good morning, everyone. Yo, Patty G's in the house. Good morning. Just wind the bobbins all at once. It only takes a few minutes. That's what I did. I listened to what Heather said. Send Band-Aids. She needs bandages. Yeah. Let me see. I'm trying to read. You're all good. Just a little flatter. She's too sweet. Love the 185. I'm telling you, I'm really enjoying the slowing down. And as you're sewing, sometimes you think about back in the day, what all was made on this machine, the hands that touched this machine, the love, because this was very well cared for. It has a couple little bruises, but that happens over time with us even, you know? But I'm just so grateful and so blessed to have something that kind of sets the tone for getting into the world of sewing and creating. I just think it's neat. We always don't have to have the newest machine on the market. We can go back in time and enjoy a little bit of the history. I'd like to try a treadle. I really, 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 honestly want to try a treadle so bad. I can remember sitting at my grandma's and she would be mending people's clothes either by hand or her treadle, and Mom acquired it after Grandma had passed, and then siblings, I don't know which one of them ended up with it, but I'm sure no one still has it over all these years. So a treadle I would definitely love. Our home is so small, I honestly have no room for it. It's one of those I would love to. Word of the day. Okay. I have to break this down. Hold on, Heather. Word of the day. Deciditurm. I have no idea. Deciditurm? Deciditurm. I don't know, Heather. I tried. I really tried. Joe, what does that say? You'll have to tell me. I have a treadle sewing machine area. Oh, I bet it's beautiful. You'll have to send a picture into the Ying Pen Pals or email me a picture. Joe says he doesn't even know what that is. Joe said, her in her words. As for, wait a minute. As for the colors of the sewing machines and name them, do you have old-fashioned names in your family, like grandma's name? Nora, yes. My grandma's name was Nora, and my mom's name was Dora. They were very authentic back in the day, right? We'll go over it later. Okay, I want to look one more time, because when I get called to the principal's office, I want to say I really, really tried. Deciditurm. Deciditurm? I don't know. I probably jacked it up, Heather, and I'm sorry. I gave it a good shot. So I've got all of the pieces ready to go so that I can at least get one block built and show you what it's going to look like. You're doing good, Donna. 5 syllables, deciditurm. That's what I was trying to break it down. Deciditurm. Perfect to me. Okay. Joe said now Heather has to pipe up and tell him what it means.
Definition.
He said, definition, woman, definition. Now she has to go look it up. You know he's going to want to know, right? Definitely I'm learning that if wherever I want to stop, I need to stop a little bit before. But I believe it was Zaza was telling me yesterday that this machine, when we were talking about it, she said, yeah, I believe that one was made in Scotland, and she was absolutely right. I love that they put the serial numbers on. Perfect to me. Start with desire. I put the emphasis on the wrong spot. Okay, hold on. It means Joe. Having to do with desire, wants, and needs. So I got a good one. What sewing machine is everyone sewing on in their rooms at this time? Not this minute, but what is your machine that you enjoy sewing on? Having to do with desire. I saw that. I looked it up. Hi again, everyone. Sorry, Giovanna. Our internet had a hiccup and knocked us into hang on mode. And Joe and I sitting here talking and talking and talking, and I had to call the internet company, and they said, reboot the modem, reboot the modem. So you guys were great and hung on for us while we got reset. That last sound is Hold on, let me go back up. Desideratum. DL 2010, Trisha, awesome. Bernina, can you give a sentence? Somebody put it in a sentence. Don't make me do it. I love that you guys are helping me so much. These words, Heather, I swear, she goes to bed at night to help me, and she's like, God, give me a good word for her today. Now you got it. Thank you, Jesus. Babylock accomplished, just a straight stitcher, nothing fancy. Quilt expression 4.2. I'm sorry, I say that wrong. Faf quilt expression 4.2 point. Giovanni, thank you. TL Juki TL QVP18. I think that's the same one Becca has too. Giovanna, now you got it. Thank you. You guys are good to me. Let me see. Bernina 1010 is a bomb. Awesome. Over the course of time, what has been your most favorite machine you ever sewn? We all have to have just that one. Honestly, my favorite so far, I'm enjoying this, don't get me wrong, but I love my TL2010Q. I had the Singer Stylist, that was my first one Joe got me, and I like the fancy stitches, but I like the speed of the TL2010Q. And I know now that if I want to just enjoy the journey, I will definitely pull out the older Singers and just enjoy the process of the creating. I think that is something to do there. I like that machine as well, Donna. I really do. The TL2010Q, it's got no great big bells and whistles. It's straight stitch. It's got the speed. It's got the turtle. It's got the rabbit. And it's just, I love the machine. It's easy to clean. I've had mine tore apart. Tiffany had taught me how to really detail it. It will go in the shop on its own periodically, but I needed to give it a good detail. So I literally tore the machine bottom apart, took the cast off, and gave it a good cleaning. And now it's just like new again. My first love besides Mother's Old Singer. HCI Juki, I think that's an E or F 600, Donna. I probably said wrong. Brother, straight stitch only. I like that machine. Giovanna, Singer. Straight light, did I say that right? Straight light. Singer lightweight, I got it. Okay, I had to put it all backwards. So Terry, good morning, Donna. I have that same machine with the green heart case as well. Love it. I tell you what, I really like the way that it sounds. It's fun. I did order a different case today, and it's going to have the wooden base that I'll be able to stain it whatever I want or paint it to match the machine. Because this is one I will pull out from time to time and just play with. Zaza, hi, I'm sorry I'm late. Hey, Zaza, you're never late, beautiful. Never late. There's always a party going on somewhere in the mornings, right? But I'm really, like I said, so far on this, I really am enjoying the, it's making me control my speed, really watch my 1/4 inch, and so far it's just been fun. And at first I was like, I don't know what the big deal is about all the Singers. It's kind of like those little the metal toolbox everybody had to have. But now I get it. After sewing on one, it brings back the memories of you hearing your grandparents or your great-grands sewing. It just brings happiness to your soul. Tony's in the house. Hello, hello. And I do believe I'll be able to get it a full block done. I love the mechanical machine. It's so neat. You can just roll it over, grease it, change the belt on your own. You don't need to send out to be serviced unless you need to. But this one was easier than my Juki to clean and detail and set up. The hardest part was figuring out how to do the bobbin winder, but once they found me the YouTube video and we looked at it, it was like, oh, that was just a wee little switch I needed to push. I had no idea. Absolutely none. It's not just the memories. They do so beautifully. Yes, they do. They absolutely do. I like the way that you have more control, I think, would be what I would say. Like my Juki TL2010Q, I can fly through that. I've sewed so much on that. I can tell you with my eyes closed pretty much where my 1/4 inch is. This one here, it goes slow, so it's forcing me to get that 1/4 inch right where I need it. And it's okay. I'm enjoying the journey. So get this pressed out. Love the colors of your new book. What are you working on? I'm working on the Jewel quilt block. And I want to make sure before I go pressing all of these that I have them lined up the way it needs to be. So no one likes to get something put together and find out you did it wrong, right? Yeah. So I have this, the right order, this, the right order, then this. Okay. My 201 is 87, sews perfectly and will sew through anything, including fingers. Zaza, please tell me you're not speaking from experience. We're not going to use fingers. We do not want to do that. Absolutely no, 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 no. No fingers. No, we must keep our fingers, right? Absolutely. Then you have to call Jack. No Giovanna, not required, but it can. Oh, okay. It's like, huh, we don't want no fingers, Lost Giovanna. I've actually, and I think somebody else in my inner circle has too, has had to go through emergency room because you get your finger too close to that needle. And yeah, it'll break off right in your finger. That is the only one. Wait a minute, Donna, yes. I was 9 years old. Ooh. That would have been enough to make me never want to sew, I'm being honest. Zaza, that's the one I have my mini on. Ooh. That's cool. Good morning, Donna. Which Singer model are you sewing on? Hold on. I have to line my... It is this Singer, it's called Green Machine. It's 1958. And it's a 185. And it's just a lot of fun. It almost makes me wish I had a table that it sat down in. I can't make Joe do that again. He's done so much for me. I sewed my fingers when I was 5 or 6. That was me on the, okay, I knew one of us had done it besides me. And no day I was not throwing you under the bus. Becky, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Becky. And thank you for coming. Now, tomorrow, my interview is going to be April's craft room, April stories. We'll get started about 7 o'clock, so that's going to be fun to bring her back. It's been a little bit, and we'll see what she's been up to. As you know, her videos, she just blew up. I mean, she's over 50,000 subs, and definitely growing like a weed. And she'll fill us in on all the tea. I definitely have nabbed my fingers on the long arm needle a few times. Yeah. Usually just catch the edge. Ooh. Yes, it pinches, I tell you. And then you do that quick pullback, and it's like, why wasn't I quicker? Yeah, I know for me, it's like I'm not quick enough to pull my finger back the way I need to. That's for sure. Love my featherweights. I tell you what, I didn't. I was like, oh, no, I won't like that. Well, I do. How cool to sew on an old machine. It's bringing back good memories of my childhood for me. Does the Juki 2010Q only sew fast speed? Mine has turtle speed and fast speed. And there's an in-between. I'm guessing you could adjust. I have mine set for the rabbit speed, and it shows you a little picture of the rabbit. And I really believe you can just sew whatever speed you're comfortable at. Only when Donna is driving, yes. Let me see. Day. No, it has the speed charger from turtle to rabbit. Yes. Absolutely. Love the colors of the blocks that you're working on. Thank you. This was just something that I knew these colors would work for. I'm trying my best this year to sew with intent. So this one already has a home for Christmas. Everything we do does not have to be Christmas colors because it's only going to be used for a little while and then put away to the next season. So this year I want to sew with intent, things that will match people's homes and work for them. Did they ask for them? No. Do I think they need them? Yes. I love my white featherweight. Ooh, I bet it's pretty, Zaza. I love white too. Blues are my favorite. But, oh, absolutely. I love the sound of it. I think that's what is bringing back the good memories, the sounds. Bye, Janine. Have a good day in church. Thank you. She said, don't forget to give the thumbs up. Absolutely. We appreciate it. I sew on a featherweight every day. It's the best for piecing, even sewed a large, what's that word, Joe? I can't, faux leather tote on her.
F-A-U, fox.
Fox. Okay. I wanted to make sure I said right. I bet it's beautiful. But like I said, I'll sew this project in its entirety on this machine. And then I'll be moving along. By the time I get this one done, it'll be close to time for my blue one to come. And if my blue one's here in time, I will be sewing my twisted log cabin on that, I think. I think that would be a fun one because that twisted log cabin I want to sew slowly and very, very accurately. And I think it would just be fun to do that. I may only make one block on it because I like the automatic thread cutter. Box sounds like fro. Okay. Susie, my husband got it for me for Christmas. Cool. Let me see. I sew on an old sew more machine all the time. I love to piece. Oh, awesome. Let me see. I miss Shelly, evidently. Shelly sews. There it is. So good morning. 185 is a beast. My everyday machine is still 301 with a 401 motor. Awesome. 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 So I know we've all migrated to the fancier machines, but if you had your druther, would you stick with your fancy, or would you just special projects bring out those singers and sew on them from time to time? Good morning, Susie. We're all having fun with our favorite machines while enjoying our favorite hobby. Absolutely. Absolutely. I guarantee you that. I never thought I would enjoy this as much as I am. And I really like the sound of it. Listening to an old book and sitting here and just sewing. Yeah. It's a good feeling. And it, like I said, it makes you like think about back in the olden days when they cut up their clothes and they made their quilts that way. I just think it's cool. And the only thing is the inner letters. Hi, Joe Carmel. Husband watches the auctions for me. He scored 3. He can work on them as well. How cool is that? Hey, Joe. I've been watching your videos and lurking, girlfriend. Loved visiting with you all. Gotta go catch a rest. Catch you later. You rest, Tony. My antique singer isn't operational and I can't afford to fix it. Oh, baby girl. In time you will. In time. I believe in you. I have fancy vintage machines are made to be repaired and passed down to generations. Absolutely. My children have no desire to sew. They're kind of like I am. I didn't want to either. I had a good son-in-law who was a Marine, and he did not mind sewing buttons on for me when I needed things sewed. And now he looks at me and he's like, the sew bug got you. So let me see. It's after 10. I promised Donna I'd be dropping over, but I wanted to be able to show you this blog. So this is one block in the series of this set that we'll be doing. And as you can see, this is the block. I'll pull this out and it matches this one here. So I can't give you all of the directions and all the cutting, but I'll be starching these down, finish pressing these, and then I'll be moving on to the next project for the day. So thank you guys for coming along today. Thank you guys for hanging in when we had our hiccup. And you guys, it's always a pleasure to have you with us. And I'll see you back tomorrow night at 7 o'clock when I have my sit and chat with April. Take care, God bless, and have a fabulous Sunday.